What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will I Am in the building with Will. The Don, what's going on with you, sir?
What's up with y'all? All right, ain't too much going on. Relayed back on this, great holiday we have here today. So just taking it all in, sitting back, chilling.
MLK Day, yes, sir. What's up, Trav? What's
What's
going on
going
with you?
on?
You doing all right?
Nothing much, fellas. Let's go for sure, man. Anytime I can hang out with the fellas and have some cool libations, I'm in.
All right,
Sounds like a winner, my guy. Sounds like a
I
winner.
feel that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's a, that's a
Mm-mm.
that's a
Cool
beautiful
libation
thing.
time.
Oh,
Mm.
and look what he has in his
What,
hand.
what do you have, man? What you let everybody know what you sipping on, my brother? What you got?
Well, since you know championship games on, it's football season.
Hmm.
I am currently sipping on the Tuck Rule, the hazy IPA.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying, getting that in,
Okay.
and then after that, they got a new joint that I'm gonna drink. It was a Northeastern Black
Oh,
IPA. I'm
Yes,
starting
sir.
somebody else's sky, and if time permits, I'll be drinking another Tuck
Tuck
Rule.
rule.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Going back. So
Uh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love it, man. I love it. Also, man, something dropped for them and it's big time. Mal White is in the Yum Center now. So anytime you go to the men or the women's or whatever, pretty much, go on and check them out. Don, what section did you grab that beer at, man?
what was it? It was like on the it's called the what's it? The brew,
I
craft
thought
the
you
corner.
pi- the
Craft
pilsner.
Corner, yeah.
What was that?
Craft Corner.
Yeah,
Craft
yeah,
What
the
it,
corner.
corners.
what it like 115 or
Right,
something like
craft
that?
corner,
Section
section
115.
115, 115. See, I sit in section 112, so that ain't too far from me. So, I snuck around there, got a little something, something, and had to go back for seconds. So, hey, it had me feeling all right with another victory.
No, that's right. That's right. Well, speaking of victories, where to find 54 Sports pretty much everywhere. We're talking about Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, and yes, TikTok is back. It's back, Yeah, that was some old fake
It
stuff
was
right
some
there.
fake stuff, right?
Make sure you go ahead and join the Players Club besides the 54 Sports Network. Go ahead and go to the group enjoying that also. We got some polls out today, so we got the girls and boys basketball player of the week. So please go ahead, you know, go ahead and vote. It's free, doesn't hurt. I understand that maybe your loved one wasn't on there or whatever, but you can always nominate. Reach out before 4 p.m. on Sunday. Make sure you have all the stats. Can't just be one good game and two bad games, and they also got to be having at least their team has to have like a 500 record at least. So make sure you go ahead and give those kids a vote. They deserve it big time, and you know how it is. So we're gonna go ahead and cover our Friday night games and stuff like that. We're gonna do that today on Derby City Show. So we're gonna get ready. But first, let's go ahead and get into some wrestling. Get everybody updated, guys, on what's going on in the wrestling world. If anything goes on, what's popping?
Uh, well, let
Go
me
ahead, Don.
let me go ahead and just drop this real quick. I mean, it's a major, I guess, announcement for WWE. So WWE and TNA have signed a mutual agreement. If you've seen that, as in that it's going to be doing crossovers with their talents. So you're going to have some NXT talent going over to TNA wrestling. You're going to have some TNA wrestling coming over to NXT and wrestling. And you never know, come with some of their top PLE view shows, some of their top talents going to be facing some of the top talent in NXT, and there should be some nice little matches coming up. I mean, soon from that arrangement that they have come up with. So that's pretty. It's pretty big for both companies, especially TNA at that. Some of their players getting on a nice little spotlight. NXT gets, I would say, probably more views than probably TNA, just as much. So be on a whole
Well, the
different
only
level.
reason that is though is because TNA has never had a hasn't had a great TV deal in ages.
Mm.
So this actually puts a lot, it doesn't necessarily put their wrestlers on the map because people know who they are. It just gets more
Oh yeah,
accessibility. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? When you got one that's been on USA and CW and all this other stuff, and now they've been on Axis and Spike TV, you really don't get to see that very often. You know what I mean, so it helps. It's a mutual thing. It helps out both companies, and yeah, I think it's a good thing, especially coming up in WrestleMania season with the Royal Rumble and all that. So you might even see some TNA wrestlers pop up in that. So good stuff.
Mm.
I'm thinking that myself. Yeah. So yeah, should be pretty good. I mean, hey, that's some of the top news coming out of WWE right now.
Yeah.
WWE.
Okay, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now look at you guys. Y'all went ahead and did it all right. Let me get T Rock on this one. Let's go on and get it. Let's get it. Want to go ahead and uh, see what happened. And the thing about it is a beautiful thing because we was able to, catch a game at the LIT. So man, there's some players out there. There's some players in the city. That's for sure. But we're gonna get everybody rocking and rolling, and we're gonna fly through and do what we have to do. Let's start off with what I have. North Oldham 75, Evangel Christian 34. Like I said, they lost a
Mm.
lot of talent. When you lose your whole
Yeah.
your backcourt and some key people in the front line and everything else, and you just got to rebuild. But North Oldham said, "None for you. We do not care." And Brooks Cargo 16 points, Austin Sears 15, Rajon Rondo, yeah, his son 13 points and a seventh grader, balling out
Wow.
there, taking care of business. It is what it is, man, and that's shellacking. And the thing about Rondo, it ain't like what I'm saying he's getting in. Dude, I think he starts for them or some shit. Like he's balling in seventh grader, dude, doing what he does. Hey, it's genetics, baby. A good win for North Oldham, taking care of business without a doubt. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just smooth, man. Can't complain about nothing else. Uh, Warren Central 62, Bowling Green 51. Um, Don and I talked about this, and we thought it was going to be, I went with Bowling Green. I thought Deuce and them was going to take care of business, but Warren Central, which the Don went ahead and took care of business instead at Bowling Green. Robert McAfee, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Jared Kirk, 17 points, 7 rebounds. 51% field goal and 4 for 13. Not totally bad for 3-pointers. That's a rivalry game. Took care of business. Congratulations, Warren Central. Big time. Let me see. Don, was you
Yeah, we thought
surprised?
that.
Don, did you think it was going to be like that, or did you thought it was going to be a little closer than that?
Yeah, we did. I was thinking it was gonna be a little closer. We thought it was like a coin toss, like who was gonna pull it out at that point. But hey, we seen Warren Central release. They pulled out the end, most definitely.
Right. Let me see. What's going on? South Oldham 74, Oldham County 68. I guess this is the game we should
Mm.
have went ahead and rocked and roll. What you got on this, Don?
Julian Miles, 37 points. He busted on
Jeez.
Oldham County. 37 and
Wow.
9 rebounds. The man had 6 3-pointers to top it off, though.
Okay.
He was raining threes. Yeah.
Raining threes. Get it.
You know it. So William Burnside was a sidekick right there with brought in 15 points and 9 rebounds. So, the team shot though. They shot 38% from the field goal, but they had 81% from the free throw range. So, I mean, to top it off, I guess they put up a lot of shots and held Oldham County, but pulled it out the end. That looked like it probably was a close one all the way to the end, just the way it looked.
Right. Hey, very impressive, man. Very impressive. I don't think you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm. And on that note,
Okay. Yeah.
so
I see. Which
you
one is
know
that?
me, the Paris-Town, Vienna. So,
Okay. Nice.
so
Nice.
mile wide.
Nice. Something that wasn't nice. North
Dodge
Hard,
chicken, baby. Dodge.
North North Harden 83, John Harden 49, Tyreek John 19 points. He hit 40% for 3-pointers. He was 4 for 10, 51% field goal, 10 for 27 3-pointers. So I guess Coach uh, uh, Balfour is doing what he had to do. You know, got that Louisville tie. You know, former player, so you know he got those boys rocking and rolling. North Harden. But you ain't got to be so mean. And we already said it. You know, John Harden, I think, going to the game was 1-15. It was not going to be any chicken for you. And it definitely was no chicken. It was no, I don't even know how they get home, man. I mean, Mom Dukes probably had to
Man.
get a station wagon or a van to take everybody home because you can't ride with me. You can't ride with me. You know what I'm saying? North Harden improves to 9-4. Did did you Don, did you go out there and give him a pep talk or something? Did anybody? God damn, the 49 points, man. Goodness gracious.
No, nobody.
No.
Nobody. No chicken.
It's
T
Keith
Rock,
Sweat.
you might need to tell Jordan. You might need to tell John Hart they ain't played nobody. So maybe they might step the game up. Man.
Bruh, they won at 16.
I don't know.
They won at 16.
Oh,
It's going to take more than that.
well,
Yeah, it's
okay.
good. Yeah,
I know that one team is mad.
It's extremely mad. Man, we let them beat us.
You know what?
That's like teams when they was playing Louisville last year.
Yeah. Get back
Oh,
to campus.
man.
The whole
The
student
past
body
two.
like,
Don't even wear your jersey, bro. Don't even wear your leather jacket or nothing. That's a wrap.
it's terrible.
Terrible. WE beat the boys. Went to Campbellsville and lost 52-43.
Mm.
Yowzer.
It wasn't a pretty game. We see that at all. Just by looking at the stats, looking over what was going on, it wasn't pretty at all. Jalen Gribbins had put in 15 points and 2 rebounds. Campbellsville shot 30%, 36% field goals for the game, but they did have a 29 total rebounds. So I want to say somebody had a rebound or shots, but I guess the WDD boys didn't, come out on top because, man, they was missing something. Something had to
I was
give.
going to say how you gonna spend that? I was waiting for you. How you gonna spend
That's what I was
that?
great to say. That's what I was
Yeah.
going. I got myself in the spot because I was like, yeah, but yeah, couldn't be no pretty game. Couldn't be no pretty game because there was a lot of misses. A lot.
Lots,
A lot.
tons, a lot, he says.
Campbellsville got 52 points and shot 37 out from the field.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and 6 for 23 from 3-pointers. So yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. All right, let's get into some girls basketball. We got, somebody had to do it. Yeah, Sacred Heart 82, Ashland Blazers 48. Somebody got to do it. Zakiya Johnson, top 5 player in the country, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 for 5 on 3-pointers. Megan Frey, 14 points, 8 rebounds. They shot, get this. They shot 63.5% from the field goals. Yeah. 60, come on, man.
Jeez.
41 from 3-pointers. Man, it's bad enough that, they probably got 3 of the top 10 players in the Jefferson County. And you let them shoot 63. Ashland Blaze, I'm going to need y'all to go back home. Do whatever you got to do. I'm sorry. I hate that for you guys, though. But
Real. I'm going to need y'all to foul somebody.
More than foul, I'm going to need you to kidnap somebody. Kidnap half the team.
We need hard fouls.
Woo, yeah. Sacred Heart does what they do, man. I mean, they improve. Well, this is Friday's games because a lot of these teams may have played Saturday and Sunday, but Sacred Heart at that time improved to 10-2, taking care of business like they always do, man. Ain't nothing different, man. Ain't nothing different. Going for that, what, the fifth Pete or whatever the hell's going on. Appleton, 49, Francis. Parker, 29. T-Rock was anything across the board on that one.
No.
This a blowout. Is that
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was?
exactly.
This
Yeah,
a
yeah.
blowout.
Atherton beat up on Miss Parker.
That's exactly it.
That's what we said, Miss Parker. But
And
this
not
ain't
in a-
Miss. This ain't Miss
And not
Parker.
in a good way.
Not at all.
Say,
Not at all.
said
It was
she looked like,
disrespectful.
said she looked like Janet Jackson, looked like Freddie Jackson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They said don't even watch the tape on that one. They said we ain't even worry about that.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, I think it skipped. Did I skip a Ballard? 57, Mel 52. Well, you know, I'm actually, this is good as far as, you know, as far as we back in the grind and everything else. I'm going to lay my eyes on Mel, so definitely be making a trip out there to check out the male girls and boys to see what's going on with that. And, you know, tough like good win for Ballard. You know, I think it was it was at Male. So anytime you get a road win, it's definitely good. Ballard at the time improved to 7-8. Male falls to 5-5. Coach Ponder coming to see what's going on. Coach Tim, what's going on? Be in the building big time. We'll see what's going on. Good win, Ballard, where they take care of business on the road. Bethlehem 75, North Bullet 41. We already know who put in work on that one.
Miss Macy.
Bethel. Man, you already know. She does what she does, but she had her whole posse was putting it up also. You know, Leah Macy put up 22 and 11. You had Tessa Miles put up 19 and 4. And then Miss Macy, Sister Lauren Macy, put up 12 and 8. They out rebounded North Bullet 40-27. With that, they shot 48% field goal, while they also shot 36% from 3-point range. So, I mean, we know what Betham's on a mission to do, trying to, you know, go back to up to state and get to where they belong, and trying to knock off and take it all this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they definitely. Hey, don't forget, we gotta look at their schedule going down there and check them out. Got to see the Macy sisters and Tessa. Let's see what's going on with that. That'll be fun. We got to go ahead and game plan that one big time. Yeah. Well, Frederick Douglass came in town, and I guess thank God it was not no fish fry, nothing like that. Frederick Douglass 48, Central 39. It couldn't be. I mean, it ain't that many points. So they came and did what they had to do. You know, Lexington came to the Ville and came out with a victory. So congratulations, Frederick Douglass. Big time. And, you know, this is going to give you guys a head up. If you heard us saying this and going through them, it's because, and, you know, we try not to say this anymore, but just to let you know for the new people, stuff wasn't posted. So, you know, stat-wise. So, no love. Notre Dame, 60. DuPont, Manual 51.
Yeah, not a whole lot on this one either. I mean, I found it interesting. You down that Notre Dame's 9-3, Manual's 10-4. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I don't know what's you know what I'm saying, like Manual's 4 losses were to Cooper, Bardstown, obviously Notre Dame, and then they had a tournament. They was in a tournament up in Jersey.
Okay.
Got beat by Bishop U. Stacy. Okay. Right. So it don't seems like a broad thing. Now again, you know what I'm saying, as far as I know, Cooper and Bardstown and Notre Dame could be, you know, pretty good teams. Yeah. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame and, you know, 3 losses for Franklin Simpson, Dixie Heights, and Simon Kitten.
I know Notre Dame prep is Notre Dame, their school is good, and I think Cooper is too. The Bardstown is what kind of throwing me off. I'm about to check in on them. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And they lost to Franklin Simpson, Dixie Heights, and Simon Kitten. So, you know what I mean? It's for them to be, I think they're both at third in the region right now too. So
Mm,
hopefully, manual rebounds and hell of a game from Notre Dame.
yeah, yeah. Simon Kitten's supposed to be good too. So that's
Yeah.
we'll see what's going on with that. Speaking of what's going on, we gave PRP, Coach Black and them this kind of little statement of could you just
Yeah,
be
take it
nice?
easy. We
Could you
did.
can you just be nice? Play fair. PRP 51, Grace James 21, Mariah Carr 24 points, Kendra Lee 13 points, 8 rebounds. You know what? He must be pressuring. They must be doing that pressure defense, pressing all something because PRP won despite shooting only 28%, right?
Oh,
And 25% from the 3-point line.
Mm.
Yeah.
mm.
And this is not the first step because you remember, I think a couple of weeks ago PRP did the same thing and won and wasn't shooting well. But it must be a ton of turnovers they causing, getting on them boards and all that kind of stuff like that. Grace James, keep your head up. Team's full of 7th graders, 8th graders, one ninth grader. Your learning experience. You do what you have to do. So PRP, good win, Coach Black. Good win. Seneca 49, Southern 26.
Wow.
Yeah. That's another game right there, like you were just saying. How Seneca shot 27% from the field.
Mm.
Yeah, Southern shoot 20% from the field. So you can tell that game was pretty ugly, but at the same time, Seneca also had 40 had didn't I write that down? 41 rebounds.
Getting to it.
And the funny thing about that, Seneca shot a total of 38 free throws.
Woo!
They hit 16 of them,
Wow.
but 38 free throws is a lot of free throws to be shooting.
That's a lot of free throws.
And lost.
That's all the free throws.
And lost. God.
Wow.
Carlia Pollard, Miss
Less than half.
Pollard shot. She's their top scorer for Seneca was with 15 points, 4 rebounds. So right there, they must have had some type of defense that was just stopping Southern, and because man,
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's all you got to do. So, wow, that's kind of ugly. But you get the win. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're looking at the
that's all that-
video, you're getting out the video, and you turn it down, but you got the win. Other team need to throw it away. Franklin Simpson 39, Nelson County 28. This is like some stall ball because Franklin Simpson been scoring some points. Larisha Carthorne 14 points, 11 rebounds. They shot 25% from the field, 13 from 3-point line. But when you got Larisha, you can go ahead and dump it inside. But it's 28 points for the game. Yeah, it's 4 corners.
Yeah.
It's 4 corners. It's definitely 4 corners. It's definitely 4 corners. All right, Manuel, this game happened actually Thursday. We was talking about, we was doing the show. 32. Manuel only scored 32, 67, so 67 to 32 shot
32
clock.
points.
I don't know if the shot clock kind of threw him off, No, I'm being real because if you ain't used to playing that,
Right.
you might get hurried up and everything else like that. Granted Trinity going in the game at that time was 5-8. They had a lot of injuries, but only 32 points. That's not good. Jaden Johnson, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Avery Frazier, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Julius Edmonds, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Yeah, that's something that you do not show the tape of. That's shot clock. That's a wrap, bro. That's over.
Wow.
Yeah, that was ugly.
I mean, it was
Butler
just
won.
the fact when I looked at the score. Now I'm just saying it was the fact that when I looked at the score and seen Trinity double Manuel's points, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Butler 78, J-Town 66.
Oh my gosh! So you get right there. You have Hendrick Barjolo busted with 32 points. The man was 7 for 7 from the field goal, was 3 for 4 for 3 point range, and was 9 for 11 from the free throw line with
Doing it.
6 rebounds. Also, Michael Jones was up next with 14 points and 6 rebounds. They shot a total of 51% from the game and 81% from the free throw line. But then they went on, and we seen they went on to the next game and faced Trendy.
Yeah. Good. Hey, good. Hey, moving right along, get that experience, all that good stuff. Saint X faced Moore, 86-48.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, sounds yeah, uh huh, sounds about yeah. I
You,
mean, I'm not saying more is terrible. I'm just saying Saint X is good.
yeah, Moore has improved, but let me do the stats. I mean, T Rock, I guess you don't. Chance Dillingham at that game had 22 points, 4 for 7 3 pointers. Jeremiah Jackson, 20 points, 4 for 8 3 pointers, 5 rebounds. Joshua Lindsay, 10 points. They shot 44% and 35 from 3 pointers. They did the thing. They did the thing. Uh, Ballard beat Mel 72-60. Blake Russell, 29 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. Woo wee! And when I say
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Blake Russell, man, hey, dude, 6'9", and he's a problem. He's a problem. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
problem, bro. Like, and then like we got to see, we stepped out the valley the next day, so Saturday, and like the Don was saying, Trinity took care of Butler. Saint X squeak by Ballard, thanks to Mister.
Man.
First of all, Jeremiah Jackson was out of control, bro. Like he kept them in the game. He kept in that semifinals. He kept them in the
Oh, most
game.
definitely.
He did what he wanted to do. He got to his
He
spot,
did.
and I mean, very impressed with showing by him, man. I mean, we've been seeing him, and he's been doing it for a while. But dude, I mean, he would not let Saint X lose in that game. I mean, he was determined. Like, nah,
No.
we ain't going out like this one. And hats off to Ballard, though, man. I mean,
Yes.
they got a lot of
Oh,
little guys, but they are crafty and fast, and they get to their spot, shoot threes, pressure defense, all that good stuff. Very very impressed with them. Not just the Mr. Blake, but the guard play. Very impressive with that with him. And speaking of what I was talking about, Saint X against Ballard, Mr. Jeremiah Jackson had 27 points. Actually it was 5 for 10 3 pointers. Dude did what he wanted to do and had 8 boards. And when I say he did what he wanted to do, the next close score to him is 7 points. He was the only
Mm.
player in double figures, and he
yeah.
refused to lose. He refused
Yeah,
to
he did.
lose, bro. He very, very real quick before I talk about the championship game. What's your thoughts on the Saint X and Ballard game, Don? What you thinking?
It was that one crafty guy on Ballard's team. I guess he was the point guard. Cause I'm looking at him before the game started. I'm like, man, little short dude. I mean, then I seen him shoot. I was like, okay, he got some jumper. Then you seen him during the game, quick pass. He's out there hustling, doing a little bit of everything, and that game was very exciting game for them to win it right there at the buzzer. Like I said, Mr. Jackson, he was not taking no loss at all. I swear, I thought he hit like 6, 7 threes because
Yeah.
he was hitting. He got to that spot and it was on. But great game though, great game, and hey, hats off to Butler. I mean, to Ballard. I bet.
Butler said, "What? What do we do?" T Rock.
That's right. I thought it was a great game, man. Ballard came to play, man. They was not joking. Like they were solid. They were very very solid. Now I'm not sure if that was just a result of who they were playing, but they were knocking down shots. But when it was all said and done, you put the ball in the hot man's hands. You know what I'm saying? He brought the ball up the court. He made his move and he shot the ball and it went in. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying. If you coach called the right play on that one.
You sound like Tom Brady right there, bro.
Exactly. Get everybody get
He
out the
got the
way.
ball.
Let him
The
do his thing.
quarterback threw the ball. The receiver caught it, and he ran and TD.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The
He
basics.
did what he's supposed to do.
The basics. But he didn't pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just get out the way.
And that's Ballard's fault because dude was cooking y'all all night long. You should have got the ball out of his hands. You should have let somebody else get that shot off. You should have, as soon as he caught it, they should have double teamed him, made him pass the ball away. You know, even if somebody's going out there to do a layup or something, don't let him. He's the one he had 25 before that shot. So, you know, that makes sense. But so, you know, St. X goes to the finals and crushes Trinity 68-44. Jeremiah followed up with 17 points. He was 3 for 7 on 3-pointers. Chance had 15. Braden Days 14, and Jeremy Cameron Chief 10 points. So, hey, sometimes you just got to win that one. You win that one, barely get it, and then you go ahead and take care of business. You know, they deep, man. I mean, they got players, you know, they got Mr. Lindsey, who was an 8th grader for Shawnee. Dude is probably the most explosive player in the damn Jefferson County. He's on their bench. They got some other young cats who's on their bench who comes in there and take care of it. I mean, they just deep, man. I mean, you know, hopefully, you know, Trinity get back flowing because everybody else got to step up their game, man. I mean, hell, St. X is what it is, bro. I mean, they number one for a reason. King of Bluegrass and LIT, most valuable player.
And LIT.
Most valuable player, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
As he should be, yeah. And I said that Ballard game, I feel like Chance was pressing a little too hard, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was pressing, but yeah, he got over it.
Yes, sir. Just like we just got over this.
I gotta give. All right, I was going to just say one quick. Brandon Days, I think I had to give a little kudos to him too because I think he was out there hustling and taking it to the hole a couple times. He might not have scored up much, but I think he did some hustling and did quite a bit out there for St. X when they played.
Yeah, he must know they people because something because he's horrible with names. He know they people, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that number 12.
Yeah, something.
Number 12.
Something. Yeah. Okay. Go tell it to somebody else. All right.
You're stupid.
What's going on? What's going on, Yashura? Good evening. Let me see. Kentucky at home. Alabama 102, Kentucky 97. Sound like a broken record just because we said that Kentucky's defense is the one probably going to be the reason why they could be out of the tournament early. You cannot give up 102 points, bro. I mean, yeah, you gave up. We gave up 100 to Florida. That's Florida, even though Florida's good. We get it. SEC is good. We understand that. But you cannot give up 100 points at the. This got to be. Hey, I'm going to have to ask Corey. Corey Price, what's going on, fam? And I know you probably don't want to look this one up. Is this the first time that Kentucky has given up 100 points twice in a season at home? Goodness gracious, bro. I ain't never seen that. And then some other teams done got 85, 90. Dude, yeah, man, that's not a good look. At all, bro. At home. And then you tease the fan base because you got a good win at Mississippi State, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's writing it in, feeling good about themselves. You before this game, you was undefeated against top 15 teams or something like that, and no more. Reality check. Lack of defense, bro. T-Rock, what was your thoughts on Kentucky's losing to Alabama? Roll Tide. Nothing but the tide.
High tide. All right, so here's how I feel about it. I agree with you 100%. Win or loss, it doesn't make any difference. If you're giving up that many points, at some point it's not sustainable, right?
Right.
You just happen to run into we'll call them a better team in Alabama. You know what I mean? What if when you come across a better team in some of these other teams? I'm not saying they ain't going to beat some of these other teams. I'm not
Right.
saying that at all. What I'm saying is that if you're content with scoring 90 something points and your other team scoring 90 some points, or you're scoring 100 points and they're scoring 100 points, then it's going to be a shootout for the remainder of the season. You play nothing but ranked teams. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a shootout. Somebody's going to have to figure out how to stop somebody else.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure this is not going to be their only loss for sure, because you got to guard somebody. So, again, I agree with you 100%, man. It's, they're not a bad team.
Mm-mm.
They just got to play defense.
Right.
And they got one defensive specialist on their team.
Right. And what you gonna do? You're gonna move the ball away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do some screen.
Exactly.
If he's on your best guard, you're just gonna pick and roll his ass to death. So somebody else has to do this. Where was Jackson? Everybody. Jackson Robinson had a couple of good games and stuff. Then the biggest game, you can't. Come on, bro. You can't sit there and put your name in the NBA lottery and not play a lick of defense. And you can say, well, they don't play. Well, if they need to when it comes to playoff, they can't. Dude can't stop anybody. It's embarrassing.
No.
It's embarrassing.
No. As opposed to the score, nobody can guard anybody.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? It's great that you got the second highest 3-point shooting, whatever,
Right.
team in the country.
Right.
Great. So, I mean, at this point, it's different if you was blowing people out.
Right. And I think we looked at it the other night. We was trying to see what they ranked defensively, and defense efficiency was like like in 150 something. Overall defense was like scoring defense was ridiculous, like real low 200. You're not winning with that, bro. This is you're not winning. But this is what he did at BYU. They didn't play defense at BYU. So
they said play defense, but they didn't actually play defense.
They didn't play defense. They was doing some defense, I guess. But over here, he's like, he don't care what he does now. Hey, don't worry about it. Let's outscore him. Don, what you think about your second favorite team, man? Alabama. You thought I was talking about Kentucky?
I mean, this game, when I happened to peep over at it a little bit, leaving the game Saturday, it's like people were surrounded. Like, hold up, we ain't leaving till Kentucky loses. So it was like, but once I seen, it's like, I guess whoever gets the 100 first wins, because that's how Kentucky's, team. It's like we got to outscore them because their defense is so shady. It's very shady, just like shade. You don't really see it when the sun's out. So it's like, what's really going on? Where are you positioned? Because Kentucky, you're not doing that for yourself other than making teams see how you are exposed. You're exposing yourself and seeing like what they can do to you. I'm great with the whole Kentucky. Oh, we've beat so many teams in the top 20, top 25. What's that going to get you at the end of the year when you in that position in the tournament, when you're taking on all these teams and that you don't know nothing about and they can score just like you?
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I think is going to happen?
Go ahead, because that was great. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. What I think is going to happen is that Kentucky, now that the SEC is a better conference in basketball, Kentucky's front end of their schedule is going to get a little weaker. You know what I'm saying? So they can gain more wins. You know what I'm saying? As this thing goes, because the whole point of having the front end of their schedule loaded like it was is because the SEC was always a weak basketball conference, right? So how do you make up for that? You load the front end of your schedule and play all these good teams, and then you play all the crappy teams that you have to play in the SEC. Again, games that they were more than happy to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
the problem with that is that with the 16 team, I don't know that they 16. They may have 18. I don't know, but it's so many teams that are ranked that you can only have for a few. Like their next game is at Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt just beat a good team. Vanderbilt is 15-3, and it's at Vanderbilt. Then you got to follow up Tennessee. That's who Vanderbilt played. Then you got to go to Tennessee, following that, right? Then you got Arkansas coming, so you're gonna go ahead and try to beat them by 100, but it's still gonna be closer than what you think, just because. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop anybody. Then you got to go at Ole Miss, a ranked team. South Carolina, that's a gimme. You'll take care of that. Then Tennessee coming, then you got to go ahead this is heavy loaded, bro. Like, there's no way to turn around this year. Hopefully, in the future, you can do like you said, and all these teams won't be this good, maybe. But you know how they fall in love with a conference, and deservedly so, because they whipped everybody's ass in a non-conference. I give them the credit. But my whole thing is this. The problem that's going to happen is this. They actually going to have to play somebody from the SEC in the second round of the tournament, NCAA tournament, second or third round. If they get past the first round, because when you have 11 teams, they can really have 10 to 11 teams get in there. We've seen it when the Big East and everybody else did that ACC that one year. You turn around, boom, you got to play the next team. So you're on neutral court. You ain't at home. You know what I'm saying? So, be careful what you wish for, because you might be looking at Tennessee in the second round. You know what I'm saying? Or Alabama in the second or third round. Then it's a rush. It is, because you don't play no defense. Yeah, you can't have it. You can't have it. Oh, Louisville with the sweeper. Louisville 81, Virginia 67. In case you guys don't know, Bird's Eye View will be covering this. We be doing this, so I'm gonna turn it over to the guys, and we're gonna start with our 54 Sports reporter, the Don, who was at the game. What you got, Don?
I was at the Yum Center enjoying my mile wide bird, that you will find in the section 115 out in the concourse. But it was a great. I mean, it's like, I tell you, these guys are just so relentless, and they go for it, and they keep on moving. It doesn't matter. When I seen I can't get no names right now. Diving. I mean, you seen guys diving after balls. I can't. You seen guys. I don't want to mess it up. So Abubakar, exactly. Abubakar diving for the ball. You seen guys. I mean, it's so much hustle out there in that court. I mean, James Scott. All these guys. It's so much almost breathtaking these days. It's just watching it, because then. Well, it was like earlier today, I was having to look back on my flashbacks from on Facebook and seeing, last year we was playing Wake Forest, and we got demolished by like 24 of something of the ridiculous. And I'm thinking, God, that's Wake Forest. But now we went in what's it, 8 in a row now, and we just keep on moving. This team is just ticking, and just
Big
at the
tomorrow.
right time. It reminds you. Yes,
tomorrow,
and it reminds
9
you of Denny Crum years when we used to play that heavy front schedule and get into conference play and be ready. By the time February and March come, we're ready to play any competition that we face. And I feel like this is what this team is doing right now, because and you didn't even notice until I know I didn't, because I was there and I didn't get the reports beforehand until almost halftime. I was like, hold up. Waterman hasn't even played. I was like, and these boys are just moving, still moving. The crossing, their play actions, their everything just seems so fundamental, as in their game plan, their mentality, their physical. They ain't taking no crap. They not taking no crap from no opponent. You gonna talk stuff to them, they're gonna talk stuff right back to you and get right in your face and like, what's up? We play for the Ville. We back, baby. We back.
I said bang. Said bang.
And dedicated the
Dirt
game
Bowl,
to
baby.
the historic Dirt Bowl.
I said bang.
What I used to be at there every summer. Every summer was over there.
Ooh.
Gosh. Whew.
T
I'm
Rock.
getting hot just thinking about
I could tell. Good grief. All right, so
it.
here's how I feel about it.
Love it.
Great game. I felt it was inevitable. Um, Louisville's team from Denny Crum years, Rick Pitino years, now these new Travis Kelsey years have been predicated on defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think I even mentioned the beginning of this whole situation with Kelsey, that we have been spoiled on the defensive side of the ball, therefore offense, pushing offense. They're so proficient in the way they run their offense now that I'm really not concerned about them scoring. I'm more concerned about what they do on the other end of the floor and stopping people. I feel like they're going to get their points. That's gonna happen regardless of who has the ball, right? They're really good, on the defense rebounds. You shoot one, just one. There's a lot of one and dones out there. It's rare that the other team gets the ball back after the shot. It's rare, and that's what you want. Um, the problem with scouting for their team is you don't know who to scout for. Chucky's going to go out there and do his defensive thing, but he's gone what 3, 4, 5 games, or maybe even more than that, with at least 7 assists.
Right.
So how do you stop that? How do you stop? I mean, I think when they played Virginia, you had at least 5 players in double figures. And I don't think Chucky was one of them. But he impacted everywhere else. I mean, he had 5 assists, 1 turnover. I mean, 7 assists, 1 turnover. That's how you impact a game without putting points up. So I don't worry. Again, I say it again. I do not worry about them scoring because they take advantage of the other team's mismatches. I'm saying Javon Hadley is the king of that because it's I'm saying he's always got to guard a big, but a big can't always guard him. So he knows better than to try to back down a big. He takes him off the bounce. So I'm saying it's very smart basketball is what's being played right now. Is it sustainable? We'll see, right? But I'm very happy at where they are right now in the league. I'm very happy where they're now, and I'm saying they deserve to be ranked, and I'm very happy to hopefully this thing could move forward and keep going.
Mm.
And this next game though is going to be a doozy.
Right.
Good win by the Ville, 81-67. Big time, taking care of business, sweeping Virginia. Who, Virginia's not the same old Virginia, but you still got to take care of business, and that's what they did. So congratulations to them. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Make sure you watch the Will Show at 8. Got an interview coming on. Then you can go ahead and as we get you ready for the Louisville and the SMU game. 9 o'clock on the road. So we'll see what's going on with that one. Should be a good one. I think SMU gets a little bit more credit than they deserve, though, because I looked at some of their games and looked at some of their games at home, and they're Louisville's got to come ready to play. This for that, they always got to be ready to play. But I think if they do what they need to do, they'll take care of business. But it's a road game, so don't get too high on yourself just because you got a 25th ranked team now. So and that's why you got grown men. You got grown men, so that ain't nothing. So keep it going,
Mm-hmm.
but they are human.
Speaking of that, they are human. Notre Dame and Ohio State's playing right now. Ohio State 14, Notre Dame 7. Notre Dame came out with running Mr. Leonard the whole damn first drive. Seemed like that's not sustainable. against a fast team.
Mm.
So you're going to have to pass the ball, Notre Dame. Andrew Thornton, hey, I hope, Dre, I hope this is, Andre Thornton, I hope this is a little closer, because like I said, 14-7, and Ohio State got the ball right now. Ohio State 8-point favorite. We talked about this last week, so it is what it is. Ohio State is a machine, man. Don, are they covering? Is Ohio State going to cover tonight?
Yes, Ohio State's covering tonight. They are covering. Most definitely.
Most
I
definitely.
mean, I hate it for Freeman. I mean, I would love, Marcus Freeman, but I just don't see Ohio State handling the whole game. I mean, they came out, like you said, came out by getting that quick one. Well, Mr. Leonard, we don't respect Leonard this way. So I don't expect Ohio State to do the same.
Right. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on the game? Ohio State going to go ahead and get that championship?
Yeah, man, Ohio State's hot, dude. I'm saying I've been saying that since a couple games ago. Man, they're just too hot, man. They're too good. I think when it comes down to it, I think Notre Dame could probably make this a game. But Ohio State, man, they're just too good right now.
Well, I just think, to me, in order for this to be a game, you got to have Ohio State do turnovers. Because if there's no turnovers and they go up down the field, Notre Dame is not built like that. They're not an explosive team. They passing game is horrible. When you see the over and under for touchdown passes a 0.5 for a quarterback, meaning that hopefully he'll get one TD, that's not beating Ohio State. Hopefully. Oh, that's not beating Ohio State. And you don't have the Michigan jerseys on either. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's just too many weapons, man. There's too many weapons. I think if they go ahead and score on this drive before halftime, then I feel sorry for them. That's all. Good luck with that one. All right, before we get up out of here,
Let's get into some football, some good old football, good football, NFL style. Now you better rub his belly or do something, or give him a biscuit or something. Ah, dang, he over it, boy. He on it. He's on it. Let's see what we got here. God bless America.
54 Sports Mascot.
He's like, man, give me something, dude. He's doing something. Grandpa. Chiefs 23, Texans 14. Chiefs take care of business at home, moving right along like they do. Had some things that happen, and that everybody's gonna always jump on. It is what it is. They are the New England Patriots, as far as either you love them or you hate them because they winning. Everybody hate winners because your teams lose. But T-Rock, what's your thoughts on this game, my brother?
Obviously, I enjoyed the outcome. I will admit that there was at least a call where it was kind of, I was like, okay, now I see what people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was a terrible call. You know what I mean? But otherwise, I mean, if you leave Charles Kelsey that open all the time, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose football. I mean, the man was wide open a whole lot. It's funny how he's being double teamed and all this stuff during the season.
Right.
To get to this game, he's wide open.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean, so yeah, it's crazy to me. But what I'm saying, it is what it is. We tend to play a lot better when we need to play a lot better. I still don't think the offense is playing very well. I think you're still just doing enough, and defense is keeping us in the games. I don't know if that's going to work out on the next one.
Cool. Don, what's your thoughts on the Chiefs and Texans?
I mean, the Texans fought. They fought hard. They tried. But I mean, if you're not fully ready for the Chiefs, I mean, and especially just like T Rock said, there's no doubt the defense keeps them in this game, and at times you have those players like Kelsey, whatever else is going to show up and show out and do what they're supposed to do, and Mahomes speaks for itself when it comes down to the end. Even though there might have been mm, some things that happened people didn't agree with, but at the same time, don't put yourself in that position for the Texans to, you know, have those judgmental calls and make it like that's the reason. No, finish them off.
Good win
Go
by
ahead,
the Chiefs. Texas, you
Chiefs
learn.
fam.
You keep on and learn. You just learn and learn, moving right along. The shock of the weekend: Commanders 45, the Lions 31. I know you turn it over in your grave, Dad. I thought you had it too, my brother, but no. No, you laid an egg. The Lions laid an egg. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Commanders came in there with the scheme, and they did what they had to do. They had and Jaden Daniels, hats off to him, because this game they featured him, his passing more. Granted, a couple of those play, if the Lions will just tackle, maybe they have a chance. But man, Jaden Daniels, 22 for 31, 299, 2 TDs. He also had 51 yards rushing. Brian Robinson sighting. He had 77 yards, 2 TDs. Scary Terry, sighting, 87 yards. Dami Brown, 98 yards. They did what they had to do. They defense held enough. They defense played better than the Lions, whose defense couldn't hold water whatsoever. But it's kind of, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad when you're in the game and in the fourth quarter you get outscored 14-3. 14-3. Your defense got to. You can't have a 14-piece in the playoff game, pretty much, dude. I mean, sorry, unless you got a 15-piece, and they wasn't doing that. Mr. Goff he told me to tell you guys that since we talked about him having a 5-game, 5-turnover game, and they winning. Well, he didn't have 5, but he had 3 costly. Dude, he had 1 TD, 3 interceptions, 313 yards. His lack of 1 TD cost me big time money. Hey, I'm glad y'all lost. Glad y'all lost. I am so glad y'all lost. Gibbs is the real deal, man. I mean, he is Mr. Kamara to me. He's a younger version and a faster Kamara. Can do that. Receiving, rushing, all that kind of good stuff. St. Brown, or should we say Amon Brown, 137 yards. I mean, this it fell on your face, man. I mean, this looks familiar. This looks just like the way Green Bay did Dallas last year. Let me come in your spot, blow your ass out, and keep it moving. Not everybody's good for that bye. Not everybody's good for that. And it showed. They got a house, man. They got big time like that. T-Rock, what you think? Thoughts on the Commanders and Lions and Tigers and Bears?
Well, here's the thing. The Lions, I think, let's put it to you like this. The Commanders, Jaden Daniels, came in with the game plan, executed a game plan, right? They featured him.
Oh, Lord.
And let him, like, he was throwing darts. Like, dude is accurate as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was insane how accurate this guy he is, and they played it to perfection. I guess the Lions figured they was going to run the ball a lot more or something. You know what I'm saying? All things considered. You know what I mean? Because they're the almighty Lions. You know what I'm saying, or something. Now they opened the field up and just let him go.
Yeah.
As far as the Lions are concerned, again, I know we said my man could throw 5 ints and still win, but I think at that point too, they was also scored more than 31 points.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like golf is good to a point.
Trent Dilfer.
I guess. Yeah, it's like he, watching the game, I think he made a point that's where like he's throwing the ball too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which just causes your interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
and they know where you're going. Just the defensive time to adjust, right? So I don't know, if, and quite frankly, I don't think that's going to change throughout his career.
What you said. He is what he is.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think they're going to. It's not like they're going to go out and get a quarterback either. So they have to find a way to either neutralize the fact that there are going to be games where he throws multiple INTs,
But you know what though?
or
You know,
so,
you know what? You're gonna have to draft somebody. You 6th, 7th round. Do what you got to do. Draft somebody. But I'm gonna say this: your coaches get ready to take the Burrs job, or has agreed to take the Burrs job. That's what some
Yep.
people are reporting. So that what's that offense gonna look like? Like Ben Johnson, is a hell of a
Yeah.
coordinator. So
Yeah.
what we're seeing, we may not even see this next year. You may still have the pieces, but if it ain't the same guy who's calling it, you in trouble.
really though,
And you got to
Yeah.
think, golf has been coached by two of
Change
the
up.
greatest minds as far as offensive mind. And I'm giving greatest mind, good mind with Ben Johnson, but he was with McVay. You know what I'm saying? So let's see him with somebody who's not. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're gonna get a quarterback, all right. You gonna have to do something. It's too many weapons. There's too many weapons on
Yeah.
that team to let that. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a trade, man. Especially you got Ben Johnson. Who's replacing? That's going to be the biggest question for Detroit. Who is replacing Ben Johnson? Because if it's somebody who can't hold that water, this Detroit line, hey, you the same Detroit never made it to the Super Bowl. Point blank.
yeah.
Point blank.
Yep,
Don, what you
yep,
thinking?
Good point.
Yep.
Good point. Just about one thing, just about Jaden Daniels doing what he did, and 299 yards, 2 touchdowns, and held his composure, 51 yards rushing. Just by what he did as a rookie is saying enough right there. And Gibbs did what he was supposed to do, even though he had 14 carries. 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, average 7.5 yards rushing. That tells you something right there. But
And didn't
Goff?
start the game.
come on, bruh. Right. What the hell?
Didn't start the game.
And what was their thoughts of putting this trick play with
That-
Jameson Williams?
Throwing the ball. Thank you.
No touchdown.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
What was he thinking? It's trick play.
That's crazy.
I mean,
that was
no
crazy.
business doing this. Y'all losing, and y'all trying to put trick plays out. Come
And
on,
y'all-
man.
And your offense is
What
able to
y'all
move.
thinking?
And your offense was able to move the ball. So it wasn't like they couldn't move the ball. And you're doing a trick play with somebody who's really questionable with his decision making. We know that off and on the field. And you gonna let him throw the ball? Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that. Dude was double covered down there, bro. And you still threw it. He's like, well, okay, throw it out of bounds, dude.
Do it.
I'm pretty sure in practice it said throw it out of bounds. If it's not open, throw it. I run. Hell, you just scored a TD.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
was
terrible.
funny.
And you hit it on the head, man. You deserve a ding because that right there put him behind the 8 ball. Because then they come down to score. Now we down 2 possessions and type stuff, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
That was
Right. Didn't even mention Amari St.
Stupid.
Brown did what he was supposed to do. So come
Yeah.
on.
Who? Who'd you say?
Amon St. Brown.
Who? Amari St. Brown? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
I
I'm
just-
all right, just
Y'all stupid.
Amari St. Brown. All right.
Y'all stupid.
That's the other brother.
Y'all stupid. Leave me alone. You better leave him alone, man. He was on it, but he said it correct the second time. He knew you was coming for him.
Yeah, he did.
You
Yeah,
knew he was
yeah,
coming
he
for him.
did.
Speaking of coming for him,
right.
speaking of coming for you, Eagles 28, the Rams 22. And I'm going to say this. Lucky son of lucky. That snow, I don't care what no one says. That snow help the Eagles, bro. Help the Eagles.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, the footing, that second half was awful. You got a quarterback who could not really move, so you really couldn't really get after him like you want to if it was dry. You know what I'm saying? And the best player with the ball is the offensive player because they know where they're going. And if you are a smidget behind, a second off to try to tackle Mr. Barkley, he gonna make you pay. And he made him pay 205 yards rushing. Lord, the Giants people have to be burning up. Just burn down their new stadium or whatever. Just burn it down. Man, Barkley is the real deal. 205. And it's crazy because if it wasn't for Lamar and Mr. Josh Allen as far as the regular season, he would have the MVP hands down with his over 2,000. Dude's the real deal, without a doubt. Mr. Hurts, hey, man, he was 15 for 20, only 128 yards. They couldn't even do the push because he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hurt, bro. Like, we can't even use him. And, that kind of stuff. But that weather, hey, you know what? This is why it's called home field advantage. They done played in the snow. They've used to all this kind of stuff. And, the Rams is used to playing on track. That dome. See, people don't understand. Dome teams coming outside in the element, come on, bro. That's totally different. You ain't used to that, man. And when you get out there, oh, shit. Wait a minute, do we got the right cleats on? You know what I'm saying? Do we got Yeah, whatever. Eagles, as much as, y'all know I can't really stand certain things with the Eagles because that's, in my division, stuff like that. But they're probably hands down the most talented team in the NFL. Because you got to look at the offense and defense. Their defense, as far as the people they got up there, bro, they got a little weakness, but it's a very small compared to your big weakness. And I hate it. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But congratulations to Eagles, 28 and the Rams, man. Look, salute you guys because you was dead man walking a month ago. Nobody, even their own fans was like, we dead man walking. And I would say this, if this was on dry land, they had a chance in this game. They had a chance. But it wasn't. Eagles win. But Don, what's your thoughts?
Come on, Barkley. I mean, it was... You can't manage that, man. I mean, that's all it took. And he just made it look like he was above everybody else. How he was moving, how he was out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and once he got that one run, he stepped in like, nobody's catching me.
He's gone.
I don't think it mattered.
He's got. I would like to see him and Gibbs. I would like to see them run, dude, because because Barkley, when he gets that corner, when he gets that hole, get that second level, you're not getting him. You're not. Go ahead, Don. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's all. I mean, the thing is, it's him. Like you said, even Jalen Hurts got to the point where he ain't 100. But same time, I just we don't want to root for the Eagles. We don't. But I would like to see Barkley get one. I would like to see Barkley get one.
Hell no. Is he with the Eagles? I'm out. Whoever wins the AFC championship, I'm riding with them. Eagles and the Commanders are playing. Go ahead, T-Rock. I'm sorry, I am.
Me too.
I know you are, but I can't. Go ahead. First of all, the game and what your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I don't even want the water boy to do nothing. I can't stand it. But look, man, just look at
the water boy. God damn,
he gets nothing.
He gets paid
nothing.
He gets 6 figures for being a water boy. So
That's cool. As long as he ain't got one of them on his finger,
What I'm saying, he's
I'm
good though. He's
Yeah,
good.
he's good.
Make
You know
more
what I'm saying?
money
He
than
can,
me. He's good.
yeah, he can drive home when it's all said and done. Look, the score was basically a touchdown as point away from the score was, regardless of, what Saquon did and what Jalen Hurts did and all that stuff, which is phenomenal. Don't get it twisted. Phenomenal what occurred in that game. The score was still only 22-28.
Right.
Rams still had a chance. Now, granted, what I'm saying, they didn't. It was just the weather just wasn't going to work out for them.
At all. I'm,
It wasn't going to work out for them.
when
The
I
You know what I'm saying?
look, and it's so funny because as the game is going, because they kept saying, well, supposed to get snow, supposed to need to see little flurries. Then all of a sudden, when it really stuck, I said, "Oh, the game is over with. It's a wrap."
Right.
All that crossing and shit you got to do in that West Coast offense it's got to be timing and all this stuff. Dudes got to hit shit. Nah, bro, that's not working.
And then when you hit somebody, it's going to hurt a little extra.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you get hit, it's going to hurt a little extra.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, the score was. I don't think the score showed exactly how impressive what Saquon and them did.
Oh,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? They balled. They balled. I can't front on them. They balled. I can still like the players and hate the coach.
The crazy thing is that when you have a running back the caliber of Saquon Barkley, who's been on the bench, let's say, as far as NFL history, because you played with the Giants and they were so horrible and you really couldn't see and he got hurt. Now you got him with a team that got Mekhi Beckham, was one of the linemen. Shout out to him, L1C4. Blocking, you got probably the best offensive lineman group right there in front of you blocking. You people like Mr. AJ Brown doing crazy, silly shit on the sidelines, they can drop you because this is a running team more than it's a passing team. And as long as I got this offensive line and I got this bad man behind me, and we doing that tush push too, do you expect they can get rid of you, man? So like people ain't thinking, but you gotta have me. No, sir. We see Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson with receivers that you don't even know their names, right? But when you and that's because they got their running back and that offensive scheme. So you keep on doing that silly shit, you out of the league, or you out of that team, and then you're gonna be somewhere that you gonna be with the Raiders or some shit, and you're gonna be mad as hell because nobody watch your game, nobody see you, none of that kind of stuff. You need to watch what you look for because, like I said, every coach wants a running game, even if you're passing, because it opens it up. But with weather like this and we can't throw it, you got that dude back there, it makes a difference. But all right, go ahead. He had his book out there trying to prove a point. Attention seeking. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Well, let me get this a little bit bigger for the people in the back. All right. This game right here lived up to what it was supposed to be. Bills 27, Ravens 25. This game was everything that you needed to be. It had turnovers. It had the frigid weather. We had Lamar fumbling, interceptions that you thinking, here we go again. You have the Bills just taking care of business, moving down the field, you know what I'm saying? What they needed to do in the first half, second half, they got stagnant because the Ravens made some adjustment, offense and defense. Lamar was more secure with the ball and all that kind of stuff like that. Looked good. Then they coming back, they scoring. It's like, okay, we got a game. But Mr. Andrews, we got a group text that we do, so we go back and forth. We went, and last night, when Mr. Andrews fumbled the ball, got the ball punched out, which all you had to do is go straight forward, go down. You're not fast. You know what I'm saying? You're not fast. People won't forget that. Like, Lamar's 2 TDs only led to, I think it was like 3 points or something. You know what I'm saying? His 2, but Oh boy, Andrew led to 7, and then Lamar and them shook it off anyway. They did what they had to do. We've done this before. We've done had blunders before. Let's go. Let them down the field. Scored. All you need is 2 points. There's 2 points. I'm not gonna lie. Mr. Henry was a sighting in the second half. He looked good. Was running the ball, but anyway. 2 points. Draw up a beautiful play. Lamar put it on him. Belly area where all he has to do is catch it and really. Because people say, well, that was a bad. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Dude hit him. All he had to do was just fall back TD. Whatever. Andrews drops the ball. Now, Mark Andrews is one of the sure-handed tight ends in the league. This had to be his worst game ever as a pro. 2 big plays that was not friendly at all. Bills take care of business. They advance. They go to Chiefs Kingdom. We'll see how that look. But T-Rock, what's your thoughts on the Bills and Ravens game?
Good game. Obviously, unfortunate ending. I just feel like it's the Ravens, for some reason,
Gotta play clean.
do not show up when it's time to show up. It's not Lamar. I'm not saying Lamar. I'm saying the Ravens
Yeah, you're right.
as a whole. It's like it's the weirdest thing. This is the time when you do. Maybe they need to be, kind of crappy during the season, wild card, get in. Maybe they play better. I don't know what the formula for that is. But when it's time, when the lights are on, and it's time to push and move forward, they seem to always just fall. And again, I don't. Well, I think Lamar said something even in his press conference. Things can't always go your way. Well, things haven't really been going your way in the playoffs at all. Right? You made it to the AFC Championship game last year, and obviously, you played a good Chiefs team. But what you did last year was you're the leading rushing team in the league and rushed the ball 6 times.
Right. So you didn't do that this year, but still.
You didn't do that this year. But those who you were counting on, or those who counted on you, it just didn't come to fruition.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that recipe looks like. You know what I mean? Like it's a sad thing. Congratulations to the Bills, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen, who's out there doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? All the guys who said he wasn't working with anything. Everybody's playing well. Shout out to them. I hope to see him soon.
You will. You cannot play. You have to play clean to win on the road. That's period. You got to play clean, and they did not play clean. Too many You can't have too many turnovers, penalties, all this kind of stuff. And and the narrative about Josh Allen not having, hell, your running back is the second leading TD. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Damn, what's his name? What's the running back name?
For who?
Cook was second in rushing as far as TD. So I don't want to hear all that shit. And we're not gonna do that. You are what you are. He passed. His numbers ain't good as far as passing, but he was able to get 2 rushing TDs. What he does, they did what he does the whole season. So we're not gonna say that you don't have this, I don't have this. Hell, Lamar was out 2 of his top receivers, but hell, he ain't had a damn All-Pro receiver ever. All-Pro, not no Pro Bowl. Hell, I can get into Pro Bowl. That's people filling in. That ain't nothing. But, it is what it is. Lamar and them did not play clean. You have to play clean on the road. You cannot sit there and have all this fumbling and interceptions and, drop balls. And even when you go through Andrews, yes, but it was other guys that was dropping balls left and right. You can't do that on the road. You're playing for the bigger prize. You're playing for the AFC Championship game, and it is what it is. How long can you continue to do this as a team? Is this we're not disciplined enough? What's going on? I don't know. Don, what you got?
Um, I don't know. This game was just so. I don't know. It gave us all the thrills, but then, like you said, just at the end, but just then the opportunities that came upon them, as in Baltimore, and the mishaps, like you said, the fumble, the interception, and then even, I mean, Mark Andrews speaks for himself. Like I said, he's one of the top tight ends in the league. The man didn't have to do too much, nothing. Catch the ball, go straight ahead, no razzle dazzle to it. Just do what you gotta do, get in that end zone, and then even on that 2 point, come on. But this is not new. He's done this several times during the season.
Yep.
But at the same time, he shouldn't be. This is crunch time. This is where y'all supposed to be at, supposed to be getting to. It's time to go to Super Bowl. We've been talking all that. I know all his team is back Lamar up, talking about, hey, he's gonna make it. We're gonna get him there. This and that. Derrick Henry. I came here for one reason. I came here for Lamar. Derrick handled his business eventually. I think second half he started doing more, getting into it. He got his TD. But I mean, Josh Allen just even him running too, like, come on, man. He messed me up because I needed James Cook to score one, but still, at the same time, Buffalo did what they had to do. It just came out because you look down at the stats. I just think the key was just those turnovers and the drops. Even Lamar, like I said, Lamar in his press conference, he called out the mistakes. He knew what happened. But, oh, man, I'm fed up with Lamar. Like, come on, man. Got to hold on to the freaking ball.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said,
Buffalo, Kansas City.
His turnovers is 3 points. Does that hurt? Yes, it does. It does. And also put you in a bind.
Yeah.
But all these drop passes that's been happening for a couple of years, you need to start getting some better receivers, drafting better, doing something. For real. Your top receivers is probably third receiver on somebody else's team. That's a problem. That's a problem. I want to hear what Lamar don't throw. Man, he threw for 4,000 yards, man. I mean, it is what it is. Do what you got to do. And, the defense didn't show up in the first half. Ravens, talking about they turned the corner and they the number one against this. But I couldn't tell because all the Bills was doing was rushing. He wasn't passing like that. He was rushing. So, I mean, it is what it is when you look at the team stats and you break that down. Let me see real quick. You have they rushed for 147 yards. That's a lot, but it ain't too bad when you only give up 126. But when you're the number one rushing defense, that's way too much. You got to stop. And 3 rushing TDs. Come on, man. Josh Allen. I don't even. You know what? And this is what gets mad with me with Josh Allen's fans. He was 10 for 22 TDs. Those rushing TDs was like tush push type shit. That ain't nothing. I mean, you got to stop it. Yeah, but don't that's for the people who the stat guy. He's better than Lamar with this. Dude ain't rushing like that, bro. Stop it. Stop that crazy stuff, dude. I mean, hell, you don't need a tush push when you got a Cook back there. You shouldn't. You don't need a tush push when you got Saquon Barkley out there, but you do it. You know what I'm saying? Silly stuff. Those numbers are skewed, so I don't even count that. Let me see what you're really working with when I watch the game and you rush for 70 yards and 2 TDs. I can see that, but I don't see all that other stuff. But, the Ravens are what they are, man. Until you man up and do what you have to do, you're going to continue to lose. And, why waste somebody's talents and not surround him with some shit that you need to? And I'm not even talking about Andrews, top 4, top 3 tight end in the league. That was a bad day at the office.
Yep.
Extremely bad day at the office. Henry, top 2 running back. The line is always tough. So you just got to, get him some receivers. Zay Flowers is a nice receiver. He's not a number 1. Not a number Bateman, not a number 1. And that's what they've been missing for a long time, bro. Draft them. You can get a good ass receiver in that first round as a 20-something pick. That's what you need to do. Because if you ain't gonna pay a lot of money for them receivers, then I don't want to hear it, man. Let's see what that offense look like with a legit number 1 receiver. Let's see. Point blank. It is what it is. They lost. Congratulations, Bills.
They had a legit.
Shit. Even when they won the championship, because they've always been predicated on defense. It's always been defense. Difference weak ass won a Super Bowl.
That's what I was going through my head.
Steve Smith.
That's defensive.
Was it Steve Smith? Was that the
Steve
last
Smith.
one?
Yeah. Steve
You know
Smith
what I'm
Sr. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It is what it is. They don't get them, and that's up to that's their fault. You got somebody. I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know. Dude's still young, but you don't know how much he has to be at that peak level that he's playing, and why waste that? That's crazy to me. That's nuts. It is what it is. T-Rock, what you leaving the people with?
I was able to make it back to the tuck rule again. Just want to let everybody know that.
Yeah, you did.
Time did allow. Also, while I'm on the Mount Wide thing, we have been pushing, saying where they're located at the Yum and not the Yum, but to let you know what they have. They have three flagship beers there. They have the Brabble, which is the blonde ale. They have the Lynchpin, which is their hazy IPA, and they have the McPoyle, which is their milk stout. I encourage everybody to go try these things out and go next time you're at the Yum. Until then, y'all have a great week, and I'll see y'all later.
The Don.
Yeah, that blonde ale, that was pretty good. That tastes pretty good for a brother. Yeah, must say.
They have no light.
With today being MLK,
they didn't have no light beer for you,
I mean,
the
blonde ale,
it
was not too heavy though. So I've tasted some blonde ales before.
Okay.
So with that, well, as I was saying, as in today being MLK Day, I gotta bring out a quote from the great Martin Luther King. Faith is taking the first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. So with that being said, that's emphasizing the importance of taking action, even when you can't see the entire outcome.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well said. Well said. MLK Day, Martin Luther King, big time. So, my whole thing is, we're still lacking what he fought for, what he died for. And it's a shame on humanity. We're too busy caught up in all this still racial stuff. You see it on everything, anything. You see it on social media, big time. You see it on posts. You get upset when somebody is happy because someone in their race is doing well, which is ridiculous. Stop that madness. It is what it is. But he died for that cause, and we're years later, still going through that. So my hat's off to people in the front line who still working hard for civil rights, still trying to fight the fight. And continue to do parades, do protests, speak out clearly, loudly for diversity and things like that. So MLK, did that, and we need to still continue to march towards that big time. So don't forget tomorrow. We got an interview tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Got the basketball. They're playing basketball. We got a basketball player give an interview so we'll see what's going on. And God bless you guys. And y'all know what the deal is. Let's see where we go with this one. I'm gonna try to. Nah, this plan was gonna. You know what? Yes, since it was a split cast, I'm gonna go ahead and get out on a no cap thing. So holler at you guys. Peace out.